I've just completed the final conference in the tournament scenario, Potsdam, conference number 10. And this is at the conclusion of my solo game playing as Stalin, and that started in the earlier video where I gave some thoughts and a brief breakdown of the first conference. So let's take a look at where we are at the points table just as I'm about to apply the winning conditions. So just a reminder, I was playing Stalin, Joseph Stalin, and the other two were the AI. At the conclusion of the game, let's take a look at the fronts before we look at the points. In the European theatre, the Allies recaptured Italy, and the Soviets struggled to get into Germany, and certainly on the Western Front, that was very poor progress there. Down in the Pacific, the US were knocking on the door of Japan, just didn't quite make that landfall there. And in the other two theatres, it was pretty slow going. So that's the state of play regarding the fronts. In terms of the political arena, you can just have a look at a glance. Certainly myself, as the Soviets dominated Eastern Europe, the Brits dominated Western Europe, and the US in the colonies. So that was quite a clear distinction amongst the political alignment and clandestine activity throughout the world. And taking a look at global issues, the US won United Nations, and Churchill won two of his ones, and Stalin won no global issues. And the A-bomb was not developed by the US, and Stalin picked up 6 points there for his efforts in the spy ring. So that's the general picture on the map. Taking a look at the one other thing, conference wise, the US won a couple, and so did the Soviets, and surprisingly Churchill just picked up the one. In the points margin, let's take a look at it. Bringing up the rear, we've got Churchill on 31, and in a tie for the lead at the moment we have myself and the US on 42, which leads us to a condition 3 scenario where neither side has forced the surrender of the Axis powers. So we essentially roll a die to determine the winner, and myself and the US will roll a die, six-sided die, and subtract the number, and Churchill will add his number, and we'll see who's won the game. So let's go and do that, and I'm going to roll the appropriate colour die, I think is the way to go. Let's start with myself as the no, let's start with Churchill. Here we go. Churchill's rolling, and he's going to add this to his score of 31, and he does very poor, so he's on 33. Let's roll the US, and they will subtract 2. Now that's very good for the US, bringing them down to 40. Okay, and for myself, I need to roll a 1, essentially a 1. Here we go, and it's a 4, which takes me down from 42 to 38, which unfortunately, for me anyway, gives the US a win in this game. So there we have it, the tournament scenario, played solo, and some quick thoughts after my second major run through of this game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Firstly, this game is easy to play in terms of setup and working your way through the turns. Very easy to play, quick setup, Once you get a hang of the AI, it plays very quickly, and it's intuitive. It's been commented on that it's quite basic in some respects, and it is, but it's actually quite intuitive to beef it up a little bit. I feel you just know what's the best card at times out of a selection for a opponent to play. So I'm enjoying the AI. It's not as complex as that seen in the coin series, and I'm quite enjoying that. It gives me more time to focus on strategy. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how quickly the game plays and how easy it is to play. Strategy-wise, it's going to take repeated plays to get my head around the best tactics to play at any given situation. I really like the victory conditions and the condition 1, 2 and 3 scenarios. Unfamiliar or different they are at the moment, they do make for an interesting game. And it's just fun following the narrative on the board itself in terms of the fronts as well. So it's a total winner for me, and highly recommended. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video interesting, and we'll catch you people later.